Hi everybody, welcome to Brain Bulb. In this channel, we'll be helping you to learn science in a more efficient and innovative way. In this video, we'll be decoding the simplest way to draw a brain. Um, so the first thing that you want to do is draw the shapes, just the basic shapes, which I'll tell you soon. Just draw it with a pencil very lightly, and then you can do the sketch outside and erase the basic sketch you did in the first place. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to start drawing, but I'll talk the steps so that you can hear me as you see what I'm drawing. Feel free to pause and draw along with me. Okay, so the first thing that we want to draw is the basic sketch. So we want to have the basic shapes of the brain. Okay, so the first thing that you would do is draw a slanting line. Okay, and this slanting line is better if it is closer to 180 degree, as close as possible. Now this is the foremost point of the brain, and this is the back point. So now you're going to be drawing a semicircle like that. So you can go ahead and draw a basic sketch like that. Okay, so this makes up for major of the hemisphere. After this, you would draw a box, um, a rectangular box, but only three sides of the box. So it's going to start from in here, and we end it here. So imagine there's a box, and we drew only 2.5 sides of it. You can end it at this point here. And then after that, what you need to do is you need to draw another box starting over here at the back point. And this will have this edge of the box. Imagine this is the box that we're talking about. This edge is going to be curved in such a way that it's almost in line with this curve. Okay, so then what you want to do is do one curved line and draw a sort of curved line from here, and that finishes your brainstem. So this is your basic sketch with simple shapes and lines. Now after this, you need to give in some detailing. So for the detailing, I'm going to be using pink, and I'm going to lighten the basic sketch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pink chalk to make the details on the brain. Okay, so starting with this, you have a main crease here. So I'm going to draw a squiggly line as the detail. So in the brain, there are a lot of creases, and it is said that the amount of creases actually shows how brainy that person is. So if that brain has a lot more curves and a lot more squiggly lines as we do it, then that indicates that that person's IQ is actually pretty high. Okay. Just go ahead and keep making your details. There's another key feature in biology, and that is that most of the marks is reserved for the diagrams as well. So point is, if you're able to draw the diagram and if you're able to recognize what the parts of the brain is as you draw it, then most of your work is over already. So what we have done with the creases, and we have done basically the almost 3/4 of the hemisphere of the brain. What we need to finish is the bottom portion, that is the medulla, pons, and the cerebellum. So for the cerebellum, you're going to draw concentric lines like this in one direction first, and then change the direction. Now for the brain stem, which is this portion, we just need to and you have a pretty decent looking brain, right? So now I'm just going to roughly label the spots. If you have come over here in search of the video, I'm going to assume you already know most of the parts. So I'm going to label them only using the initials. Okay, so this would be the frontal lobe. This would be the pons. This would be medulla oblongata. This would be a cerebellum, and this entire thing would be the cerebrum, and the cerebrum has 4 different lobes. Okay, so this entire portion would be the temporal lobe. The back of the head would be the occipital lobe, and the top will be parietal lobe. So we'll go over this once again. The side of the brain is temporal. The front end over here is frontal. Top is parietal. Back is occipital. Then we've got cerebellum. This entire thing is cerebrum. Then we've got pons, medulla oblongata, and of course we have the spinal cord as it goes down. Okay, and there you have it. You have now learned how to draw a brain using basic steps, basic shapes and lines. And you have also learned the parts of the brain, and you have also learned the labelings. So as you draw it, if you read out in your mind at least, if you call out what the parts are, it becomes much easier for you to study as well as write in the paper. Now for your answer script, what you have to do is, if you were asked to draw the brain and describe it, you would draw this, you would label it neatly, and then all of your points in your answer, the key words should be the labelings, and that is your perfect answer. If you have any other clarifications or doubts, if you want help drawing any other diagram which you feel is a little difficult, um, or if you have any doubt regarding the parts of the brain itself, feel free to comment below, and I'll make sure that we reach you with the appropriate answer. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped.